Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, everyone! Do you know what, guys? I realized that I've never filmed a video by the Christmas tree. So that is exactly where I'll be reviewing for you brand new flanker of the legendary perfume Shalimar by Guerlain that was released in 1920 for the first time, which means it's almost 100 years old. And this year we received a new flanker of it that is called Shalimar Philtre de Parfum. And I fell in love with it right at first sniff, but was hesitating. Should I get it? Shouldn't I? And in the end, I did, as a Christmas present to myself, which I'll be sharing with you all of my thoughts about. So please keep on watching if you want to find out more about it, because all of the details are coming up. Alright, so I actually put it under the Christmas tree again, but of course I've already worn it a couple of times. It comes in a box like this and traditional Shalimar's bottle, and they didn't make it to stand out among other flankers, so you might not even notice it when you're in the shop, so that's a pity. But other than that, I really like the Shalimar's flacon. There is something so timeless and absolutely elegant about it. So I tested it in the store a couple of weeks ago, and I was excited about it because I'm personally a huge lover of the original Shalimar, although I've never tested the vintage formula. So if you have any experience with it, I would like to know how it smells. I imagine it's absolutely gorgeous. So far I own only Shalimar Eau de Toilette, and this is my second Shalimar in the collection. Well, the original fragrance was inspired by the love story from 17th century in India that is starring the Emperor Shah Jahan, probably mispronouncing his name, and the Princess Mumtaz Mahal. And so the fragrance was inspired by the gardens of Shalimar, the Temple of Love, and it's a very recognizable oriental composition that is truly iconic. And there are so many flankers of Shalimar. The newest one is Philtre that I loved as I first sprayed it on. So let me do that again. Oh yes, the opening is very citrusy. Bergamot and lemon are definitely most noticeable notes when you apply it on your skin. And as I first tried, I didn't know anything about the notes, which is a good thing because a new note to this fragrance is lavender. And I'm very picky with it because I think I'm very sensitive to lavender, and that's for I'm not the biggest fan of fragrances in which that note is very noticeable. But you know what? Guerlain's Mon Guerlain proved me that even a lavender dominant fragrance can be beautiful. Anyway, I'm trying to tell you that in Philtre, lavender is rather in the background. So bergamot and lemon, they're very bright and zesty. I even smelled some aldehydes in there, although they're not in the notes, but probably that's that clean and slightly sharp element of the citruses. And overall opening is very diffusive, it's very bright and uplifting. So you might even think this is a citrusy take on Shalimar, which it's not, because later the signature Guerlain's powderiness comes through, for which I adore this brand. And if I needed to choose #1 favorite luxurious brand, that would be definitely it. Anyway, middle notes are iris, jasmine and rose, which are typical for Shalimar, and the most noticeable one is iris with its gorgeous powderiness, and I don't mind that because it's my favorite note, but I wish jasmine and rose were a bit more detectable. Anyway, as the fragrance develops, vanilla comes through more and more. In the base we have tulip balsam, patchouli and vanilla, which is the main note in this fragrance. And once again, because of sparkling, citrusy opening and powdery development, you might not even think that vanilla is gonna be in the main role in this composition, but it is. So I really like vanillic vibe that comes out of Shalimar because it's really pleasing. Vanillic fragrances are very comforting and soothing, super mass appealing, and I think Guerlain tried to modernize this classic fragrance that is actually pretty heavy, because if you compare notes breakdown of Philtre and the original one, it's definitely way more minimalistic. And I think if someone is not the fan of that quite opulent and very bold oriental composition and wants something that would be more wearable for every day, it's definitely it. You can imagine putting Philtre on the original Shalimar, where all the notes are blended together very smoothly, but you can still identify Shalimar's DNA in this composition because it is written all over it, and I think its core is bergamot, iris, and vanillic patchouli, for which Guerlain is known overall, and I really like that about this brand. Once again, there is something about it that is very appealing to me personally, and so I loved Philtre right away and was thinking about it every single day since I tried it, and thought it's gonna be a gorgeous perfume for the Christmas time, for this special time of the year. And I was hesitating, should I get it, shouldn't I, because you know there are so many other fragrances and other Christmas presents I needed to purchase, but then I took advantage of my 20% discount and purchased it with the express delivery, and I'm so happy that I did, because this is a modern, very wearable Shalimar with gorgeous or almost eatable vanilla in the dry down, but you need to take time to get to it, which I also like. It's not like vanilla right in your face. It's not a full-on gourmand. It's still Shalimar we know and love, but you know, shown from a sensual vanillic side. And if your favorite part about Shalimar is its sweetness, then I think you will be a huge fan of it, and I highly recommend it to lovers of Shalimar and to those who are not, you know, very comfortable with that fragrance but wants something that would be very pleasant. I find Shalimar Philtre is a very successful release and gorgeous for any kind of occasion where you want to smell classy and very mass appealing. Once again, because of the vanilla, it really does that. And in terms of projection and longevity, gotta be honest with you, I oversprayed it, and usually I don't apply that much of a fragrance, but I wanted to associate it with Christmas. That's why I'm wearing it intensely right now, so during the year I can get back to it and be transported to Christmas of 2020. And on that note, I really want to smell it on ladies because it's something very gorgeous, once again, and I highly recommend it to all who know Shalimar and for those who are not familiar with this fragrance, because that would be a really nice start for you, because it's modern, filtered Shalimar. And to sum it up, guys, I would say that new Shalimar's flanker smells like a shiny filter over Shalimar that is quite heavy on the base notes because it's so oriental. This one is lighter but still as classy and gorgeous as the original one. Totally love it and find it's gorgeous for modern age. And on that note, that completed my review on it. And what I would like to hear from you in the end is, what do you think about Shalimar, which these days might be even a unisex fragrance to wear. In my opinion, Philtre flanker is rather feminine, but once again, nothing that would be absolutely unwearable for a man, so definitely give it a try and let me know if you'll be checking it out next time you're in the shop. And that completed this video. I'm looking forward to chat with you. Please like this video if you enjoyed watching it, and of course subscribe to my channel if you're here for the first time. I wish you all an amazing festive time, and I'm wondering, what's your Christmas scent of the day? Please stay tuned and smell good. My collection video is coming up tomorrow, which took me 2 days to film and edit it. So stay tuned and we'll see each other really soon. Bye guys!